Okay, so I feel like I haven't picked up a camera in forever, just because all of the videos that I have been posting, I pre-filmed them in December, and I still have some like 4 or so more videos that are going to be going up that are pre-filmed. But today we are doing a vlog. I don't know if this is going to be 24 hours or not. I'm undecided. Your girl has been busy, so crazy busy that I have not picked up a single book in 2 weeks. The last time I went 2 weeks or longer without picking up a book was in 2019. So 2 years ago. Matter of fact, yeah, it was like January 2019. So that was 2 years ago, and it's February now, by the way I'm filming this. But I've just been so busy, and I always know when things have kind of gotten out of hand when I'm not reading anymore, because that is just like something that really helps to center me and just to have that time. So today I am reclaiming my time. We are going to get some reading done. The book that I'm going to be reading in this vlog is going to be The Electric Kingdom by David Arnold. This video is sponsored by Penguin Teen, so shout out to Penguin Teen. This book is on shelves now. It came out on February the 9th, so you can pick this up. It's a little bit of post-apocalyptic sci-fi, like dystopian. Once I get into the book and start reading it, I can give y'all a better overall synopsis, and hopefully we will get to some more books, maybe one other book. Let me not overshoot myself. Since the book is out now, I am going to be reading the physical copy, but I also downloaded the audiobook, and I kind of want to sit on my patio. The sun is gonna go down really soon in like 30 minutes. But since I just haven't had a lot of quiet time, a lot of downtime, I think I just need to like decompress before I go into the evening. I just got off work a few minutes ago, so I think I kind of like want to sit out there, and I'm going to listen to like the beginning of the audiobook while the sun goes down, because it's pretty overcast. But I just need like nature. I'm so excited to be vlogging, y'all. But yeah, so we're gonna do all that, and yeah, I'll check in with y'all. Page 50 in The Electric Kingdom when I was on the balcony sitting outside, so I can kind of tell y'all now what the synopsis of the story is. The Electric Kingdom takes place in our modern world, but the story kind of takes off about 2 decades after there has been this deadly fly flu that has wiped out the majority of the world. So not that many people are still alive, or animals or what have you, so food is scarce, contact is scarce. It's basically like post-apocalyptic with a hint of sci-fi, and the story is following 2 main characters. The number 1 main character is this girl named Nico, and all we know at the beginning of the story is that it is currently like her and her dad, and her dad is basically explaining to her that she has to go on this trek and this journey, but right now we don't know why, and Nico doesn't know why. So I'm sure we'll find out more when the story goes on. So I think it might be like one of those survival type of stories. And the other character that we're following is this young boy named Kit, and I honestly don't know what the role he's going to play in the story is. I feel like eventually him and Nico are probably going to meet up. Kit is a younger character. He's like 12 or so, but he's definitely the secondary character, Nico being the primary character, and he lives with his mom and a few other people who have basically decided that they have like a little small community together. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some type of journey aspect and something like that. I completely forgot that David Arnold, on the cover of the book, it says that this is the same author of Mosquitoland. I've never read Mosquitoland. Also, David Arnold clearly has some type of obsession with bugs. books. I really like the writing style. This does not read like YA to me at all. The writing style is really developed, and then there were even some memorable lines that I read because there's this other character who I'm really interested in. Let me see if I can find it, called the Deliverer. And it's basically somebody who goes around delivering food to these people, but they don't know who it is. You never see the person's face. They come like once a week or what have you, and I feel like they're gonna play a role in this story too. But I love the quote. Where is it? Yeah, David Arnold, he know how to write. The quote is, "I have learned to be grateful for repetition, and while summers are hot and winters are long, and while aloneness is itself a presence in the room, loneliness is nothing but a pure absence, a reaching down and a hollowing out. I have learned to love myself, my company. I have learned that you can hate a house only so long as you avoid a fundamental truth, that you are the one who calls it home." I mean, that last sentence, that is really deep. I have learned that you can hate a house only so long as you avoid a fundamental truth, that you are the one who calls it home. And that was like right after the sentence about like self-love and stuff like that, because like the house that you call home is like yourself. I don't know, y'all. Anyways, but that was a line that really stuck out to me. I was not expecting that, so I'm really excited to see where the story goes. I'm gonna check out some more of this, and I'm probably gonna do like some cleaning up and things like that. So I'm so happy to be reading again. I feel like it also has the potential to get super weird, but we're gonna find out. So it's the next morning, and I actually ended up finishing the Electric Kingdom last night. I just kind of started getting into it, and I wanted to know where the story was going. I just went ahead and finished it up. I'm so glad that I like this. I was a little nervous going into it just because, like I said, I hadn't read it in a couple weeks, so I thought I was starting to go into a slump. And usually when I'm about to go into a slump, I have a harder time with books that are not specifically in my comfort zone. But I've been trying to challenge myself to read more things that just pique my interest, and this was a book that I had picked up solely based off of what I had known about the synopsis. It wasn't something that was overhyped or anything like that, so I'm so glad I decided to read this because I really ended up enjoying this more than I thought I would. This is very different from a lot of the books that I recommend to y'all on my channel, just because first of all, it's a sci-fi, and although I do read sci-fi, it's just not a genre that I heavily read, and the sci-fi that I read is normally more literal. This is definitely like a little bit abstract. This is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi story for sure. When I really think about it, this is actually quite a genre blend. There is some philosophical elements. It gives me literary fiction vibes. It gives me sci-fi vibes, post-apocalyptic vibes. It gives me portal fantasy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a little bit of everything. Overall, I ended up giving this one a 4 stars. David Arnold, like I told y'all, number one thing I really loved is his writing style. I thought that was amazing, but also not that. This book was the perfect mix of a character-driven story and a plot-driven story. Normally, I love character-driven stories. I like being in characters' head, getting to see them grow and develop. But this one was pretty much the perfect balance of that. You get to see all of these characters from different walks of life kind of like interacting, but it just felt like a very personal story. The story arc being simplified in a sci-fi story is not something that I normally see. It's usually a million and one things going on, and I don't think that takes place kind of towards the end. Yeah, until towards the end. And a lot of things about this too is that although it had its survival elements, I feel like the survival elements and being out in, you know, post-apocalyptic world kind of took a backseat to everything that was going on with the characters. This is definitely a book that I would recommend the physical copy of. I did enjoy the parts that I did listen to on audio, but this is the type of story that you can kind of sit with. As far as where the plot went, I didn't see any of those things coming. It didn't feel like a bunch of twists and turns. This is the type of story that you just kind of sit in, because although there were some things that were happening that were kind of like, whoa, what is going on here, I don't feel like it was Arnold's intention for it to be like plot twist and then this happened and then that happened. It felt very natural to the story. There was like a natural progression. Now, as far as some elements towards like the end, how did I like how everything wrapped up? Sci-fi always does this thing where it just gets really weird in the last, I don't even know, the last 50 pages. It just always does it. It was definitely on some Inception type of stuff. Like, if you like stuff where you really gonna have to think about it after the fact, then I would definitely pick this up. I think if you are fans of a lot of the books that like Books and Lala reads, you will enjoy this. If you're a fan of The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness, or if you are a fan of some of the earlier popular YA authors, what's his name, Zuzak? I can't remember his name, but it's the guy that wrote The Book Thief. Station 11, which is an adult sci-fi, which I think is post-apocalyptic, but just based on what other people have said about those books, I think that those might be some good similar suggestions to this one. And not only that, but this is a good book to reread because of basically how everything wraps up. I would love to reread this and kind of see what I didn't pick up on before, now knowing what I know. But yeah, I'm glad I jumped back in with this. The only reason I didn't give it a 5 stars is because, first of all, it's hard to get a 5 stars for me these days, but you have to have like this intangible thing that I just don't know. And I also, usually I have to enjoy the, like, I have to know from very, very early on that I'm going to love the book so much. And a lot of times when I go into books without like crazy expectations, that doesn't always happen for obvious reasons. But yeah, you don't always have to pick up the most hyped thing, and I'm trying to remember that myself. You can just pick up something that sounds good and read it and enjoy it, and I forgot how good that felt. So yeah, The Electric Kingdom. This is a book that sounds like it's up your alley. I definitely would suggest checking it out. Also, I'm going to leave links in the description to all of the Electric Kingdom's information in case y'all want to check it out down below. Thank you so much to Penguin Team for sponsoring this video. And I was going to keep the vlog going, you guys, but then I forgot that the Blackathon vlogs are next week. Like, I think it's from the 13th to the 19th, and I'm really thinking about doing that, like heavily thinking about it. So I didn't want to like overshoot myself. This was fun. I got my reading flow back. I will see y'all in the next vlog or the next video. It's been fun.